This is how I landed government job in 7 days as a student in Canada. Today I'm working as an HR officer, and over the past 6 years I've applied to 200 plus positions and documented everything that worked and did not work for me because I knew that one day I will be making this video. And it all comes down to two simple things that you need to focus on if you want to land a government job in the next 30 years. And let me say this out loud. You don't need to have a PR or a French or to be a Canadian citizenship to get into government job. You can totally do it. I have done it multiple times and I have seen other people doing the same. Let's divide this technique into two simple ways. Number one would be formal way and the second would be informal way. Just like LinkedIn, for all the public sector jobs all across Canada, jobs.gc.ca is the website that you should be looking up for. Now, once you make an account on this platform, you will come across the filter section of this area where you will be typing all the position acronyms that you will be using for. Now, government jobs use a lot of acronyms: AS, IT, CR, PM, and a lot more. In fact, this specific website is designed to learn all these acronyms, and I've also added the link below so that you can understand if you're targeting IT position, what kind of acronyms you need to use so that you can find all these positions. And what is AS01? Let's break that down as well. AS is administrative services, all the entry level admin position, and 01 is the level, which means it's entry level. If it's 02, that means it's above entry level. If it's 03, that means it's team lead. 04, manager, and so on and on. Now, once you put AS01, the next thing you should do is select English or French. Now, here's the thing. If you know French, if you even know basic to intermediate level of French, you can certainly increase your chances by 60 to 70% of getting in. But that doesn't mean you cannot get in without knowing French. I have also done it with Service Canada when I was getting in. So if you really want to get into public sector, then I personally would also recommend you learning basic to intermediate level of French. It's not going to take a long time, 5 to 6 months of investment, but it can certainly increase your chances of getting in. But don't get me wrong, you can still get in. Now, once you hit the search button, you will come across all the positions that are currently open within public sector in admin domain. Now let's talk about the mistake that 90% of people make here. If you see on the screen right now, you will come across two kind of position. One which has directly mentioned the admin officer title of the position, and second that has mentioned an inventory in the bracket. Now what's the difference between both of them? Here's the thing. The position that is directly written the title of it, that's an actual competition. For inventory, it's not an actual position. They are just collecting your resumes and matching people if they match with the job description that they're looking for, maybe in future. Now, a lot of people make this mistake that they apply to too many of these inventories and then they start waiting to hear back. Well, guess what? Nobody knows how long it can take. It can take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and that's why a lot of people tell you that it takes forever to hear back from public sector. When the fact is, we ourselves has applied to the wrong position. So don't make that mistake. And second mistake that even I have made initially in hundreds of positions is that when you will be applying to this platform, you have to submit a screening questionnaire that will be considered as your round one of the interview. Now, these questions are fairly very easy. They're going to ask you, do you have experience with customer service? Do you have experience with using Excel, data entry software? These questions can be answered just by stating yes or no. But here's the thing, you need to answer these questions using STAR method. And if you're not sure what that is, we have a full video on specifically what STAR is and how you can answer those questions. But for your ease today, I've also added an example of my own answer in the description below. So this is basically an overview of how a formal way looks like. All right, you need to focus on competition, less on inventory, and you need to make sure that you're answering using STAR method. These are the two big things that you need to keep in mind. Let's not complicate it more. After we are done with that, let's jump on the second format, which is informal way of getting into public sector. So what is an informal way? Informal way is basically you directly connecting with hiring manager and discussing about a potential opportunity that they might be looking for in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So if you remember, when you just arrived to Canada, you must have joined a couple of Facebook pages of your university or colleges that gives you a lot of information on day-to-day basis. Similar to that, specifically for public sector, there are many Facebook pages that are built for informal hiring. What you have to do is just go on Google, type in GOC Informal Student Groups Facebook. You will come across this amazing page that has thousands of people within who are building their network informally and connecting with hiring managers directly. Now, how does it work? So basically, say as an hiring manager, I also does not like to wait to hire a great candidate in my team. All right, I also have a lot of work which is pending and I need someone to be in my team in the next 1 month. So what I'll do is I'll come on this platform, I'll post about a position, tell all my requirements, and I'll ask people to send me their resume directly on an email, which is a gold mine. Which means no application, no screening questions. You can directly send your resume with a cover letter, cold email attached to the hiring manager, skipping every single thing. And if your skill match with what they are looking for, you can actually get started in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And not just me, in fact, many of our students at MPM has also done the same, where they was working at Tim Hortons, Walmart, and now they're working at Canada Post, Government of Alberta, and many amazing departments within public sector.